Hello. I'm here to do Love and Hip Hop, but not Atlanta. Thank God, not Atlanta. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 3, Episode 1. They gave me more in this episode than the whole entire Atlanta season did. That's the reason why I didn't even think about reviewing it. I couldn't stand that season. So I'm glad we got some new ratchetness. So, let me get started with my review. The first scene is Ray J and Princess, and they made it look like this was their wedding scene, but it was actually just like a photo shoot to let the world know that they were engaged. So now we know that they're married, because on the after show they announced to us who didn't know that they're married. Okay, good for them, whatever. I wish they would say whether or not they got the prenup that Sonia, Ray J's mom, was telling Ray J, that he need to get or whatever. So, on this scene, on the first scene, Sonia, I don't like Sonia. I don't know. I go back and forth with liking her. It's weird. But she's like super serious, and she pulls Ray J to the side to talk about this prenup that, she feels that, Ray J needs to get. And she says clearly there will be a prenup. So I guess we'll maybe find out later in the season if they ended up getting a prenup. Anyways, the next scene is Moniece telling us about how Richie broke her heart, but now she has a new man, and it wasn't Cameron, it was Fizz. And I'm just like, what? Why? He's staying with her temporarily, something about a gas leak in the house that he had. And I'm just thinking, why? I'm just still saying why. It's crazy how the tables have turned, that he's staying with Moniece now or whatever. They talk about her monkey. Oh, so gross. Let's skip past that. But he says not for her not to be having it out, and she's laying down the rules of the house of no hoes and no hollering and all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, how long is he gonna be there? Like, he ain't got nowhere else to go. Like, for real. It's amazing what these people will do for, to be on the show or to have a storyline, whatever. And in this scene, Moniece, she reminds us that she doesn't like Brandy. Because of course, on the reunion, Brandy had questioned, her mothering skills or whatever. So we know it's some beef gonna come with them. Nikki, she's back with her fake ass. She's having a party. This is a scene where we get to see Tiara, Brandy, Nia, and Shonda. Nia says her and Soldier, they're good. And it's like Nia's lisp is gone. Like, where'd it go? Did she have surgery? I guess, I don't know. Good for her. But I thought she looked pretty. Nia tells the ladies about her mommy event, Mommy's a Mimosa or something, that she's hosting with Moniece. And Brandy, crazy Brandy, she lets them know she doesn't like Ho Niece. She calls her Ho Niece, and she plans on confronting her. Tiara takes a second in this scene to let us know she's trying to get back in the studio. Every season she says that. I hope that she, can make some music, because she does have a nice voice. So she needs to get like K. Michelle and, all the other, well, not all, but the few ones that have had success from the show, with their music. She needs to get like them. So use this opportunity. But anyway, I was like, what's wrong with Nikki's titty in the confessional? One of her titties look like it got something going on with it. Anyway, moving along, we get to a scene where Willie, he's rehearsing for a new movie that he's gonna be in, Chocolate City 2 or something like that. So he's at Nikki's strip club, dancing like a stripper. He looked pretty nice too. He says they're doing much better, and Shonda tells us that she's ready to get back in the studio, and she's gonna be working with some dude named Blaze that Willie doesn't like, because supposedly he hit on her or whatever, even though he knew she was married. So that just lets us know we're going to get into some drama coming up with Blaze and Shonda and Willie or whatever. We get to this mimosa lunch, Mommy Mimosas or whatever, hosted by Moniece and Nia. In walks Trouble, Crazy Brandy. So you already know something's gonna happen. Pretty quick, Moniece and Brandy get into it, even though, Nia, she tries to, as soon as they get there, sit them down. Who was she with? Brandy and I can't remember. But anyways, they get all ratchet for a second, which I never understand that. Why would you want to act like that at your own event, your own place, whatever? But Moniece, she calms down a little bit, and then Brandy says she wants an apology, which I'm surprised that Moniece, I really am surprised that Moniece gave her any type of apology. Moving on to the next scene, Ray J and Princess. Ray J's doing something, customizing Princess's car or something like that. So he uses this opportunity to go ahead and tell Princess about the prenup that his mom wants him to get, and of course she knows it's coming from his mom. And Princess just tells him straight, flat out, like, no, I don't want a prenup. I'm not for it. You need to figure it out. Moving on to the Nikki and Fizz scene. Fizz shades Moniece in this scene because he says, "Oh, I'm gonna go spend time with somebody who I actually like." So it's like, okay, if you don't like her, whatever, why the hell are you staying with her? Like, that was disrespectful to me or whatever. But anyways, Nikki and Fizz are on a date. I'm tired of this fake storyline. I really am. Fizz, he's so childish. You could tell he's not in the same headspace as Nikki. Like, it's just pathetic. Like, they need to end this already. He's basically saying he wants a little more. It's hard to get in contact with her, blah, blah, blah. And Nikki's kind of like, well, slow down. Like, we're friends, but we could work on it. I'm just thinking, why is she leading him on? We could work on it. Like, she knows she doesn't want, more than just to be friends and have a good time, hang out with him. So why are we going through all this? The next scene, Soulja Boy's back. He's still bragging about how much money he got. I don't think he knows how to be humble. He never shows it on the show anyways. He says his new album's coming. We don't care. Soulja, Willie, and Fizz, they chopping it up. They're at like a park. I guess they were like playing basketball or something. And Willie tells his boys about his wife working with this Blaze dude, how he don't like it. He's thinking that he might have to confront the dude and put his foot down, this and that. He sounds really pressed. He sounds, like he's not cool with this, but at the same time, he wants his wife to have an opportunity to make music or whatever. So anyway, Soulja's advice to him on that is to go ahead and pop up at the studio and do what he has to do or whatever. So that's just leading us into like a scene that's gonna come with Willie and this Blaze and Shonda or whatever. The next scene, Tiara, she wants to have Nikki and Moniece get together so they can reconcile. Moniece, side note, she looks like a librarian. Like, I don't like her look in this scene. Like, she has a short wig or weave. I don't know. Maybe it's her hair. I don't care. She looks like she's like a teacher or something. But anyways, Nikki says they had a misunderstanding, and side note, Nikki's nose, it looks like it's a piece of plastic is trying to pop out on the inside of her nose. So that's a little bit concerning, especially since they already talk about her so bad about her being plastic. Anyways, Moniece lets Nikki know that Fizz lives with her, and Nikki's really surprised to hear this because when her and Fizz had that date that they had, she specifically said, if you live with a female or whatever, I need to know or let me know, whatever. And he didn't let her know. Even though supposedly he wanted to move, forward with her, but he couldn't keep it real with her or whatever. But hey, she's fake, so she can't keep it real with him either, so I guess they even. Who cares? Fizz. Oh, Moniece says that she wants another baby by Fizz. That just came out of left field. Another baby with Fizz. She says so nonchalant, but she says she wants the same baby daddy. She wants her kids to look alike, all this crap. And Nikki, you could tell, she's planning on confronting Fizz about all this. So Nikki and Fizz meet up. She brings him a housewarming gift, a little plant in a little bag with a onesie in it. She's like, here, by the way, Moniece said, that she wants to have your baby, so she got this onesie, gave it to him, whatever. He basically gets caught out by Nikki. She's like, why can't you get on your own 2 feet? He says, I can. I'm like, okay, well, what are you waiting for? Why did you even have to go back to, or go to Moniece's house in the first place? I don't understand that. I'm glad. I like the way that Nikki called him out. Like, she said she's a boss and she only fucks with bosses, and bosses would never go live with somebody who they claim they don't get along with. Last couple of scenes, Shonda, she's in her music session, I guess with the guy Blaze or whatever. Some woman pops up, Kaisha, I don't know what her name is, who cares. But she says that she's been sleeping with Willie or whatever. She's been sleeping with her husband. She gives her this folder with all this proof, text messages, pictures, all this stuff. Meanwhile, Willie, he's in the studio himself. He had acted like he was going to go confront the Blaze guy and Shonda in the studio, but then turns out he just goes to his own studio session or whatever. And so then they show Shonda walking in to confront Willie, and she asks him what's he been doing, and that's how the episode ends. When she asked him what has he been doing outside of his marriage, to me, unless of course, they can edit and make it look like this, but he looked like almost like scared or caught or whatever. They made him look like that. But on the after show, he said he wasn't worried about that shit or whatever. So, but we'll see. But I'm telling y'all, this very first episode gave me more than what we got in Atlanta. So I am totally here for it. And I hope y'all like this review. And I will be back for episode 2 next week. Bye.